It's another one of those days. So I got a message from SSUPD that they are coming out with a brand new case. And unfortunately, we had some shipping delays. Yeah, there is already something falling out of the box. Because I really wanted to have the black one. And this is the brand new SSUPD Xhuttle. Okay, it is way smaller than I thought based on the box. Where are the feet? Where? Okay, this is down, so... Okay. This is... yeah. There we go. Oh wow, is this cool. Oh wow, this band looks nice. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a really cool one. But I need to turn it around, otherwise you will just see like the back side of it. So this is the brand new SSUPD Xhuttle. And it's a very interesting case, and SSUPD asked us if we can cover it like very quickly, but I told them I wanted the black one, which then cost like another week or 2 weeks, and to be honest, it's a SSUPD case, so the review is going to be like a 30-minute monster, which will take a week or 2 in production. So for today, let's just do a quick discovery build, just see a bit how this case feels, how you build in it. I have not prepared a lot, just components. I've read the manual, and as far as I know, this is a pre-production unit. That's what I think, because I got a paper saying that there are discolorations which are going to be fixed in the final version. But this should be as close to final as it will be, minus the discoloration, so I should ignore that. But damn, this is an interesting one. Oh god, so let's maybe first just open all the panels. Okay, this is clicked in. Yeah, I'm still learning. Oh, I need to tell SSUPD about that. The magnets are coming loose on this magnetic dust filter here. That's not good, but I'm pretty sure I can reattach those. So it's a very interesting case, and based on the information I found online, to be honest, it is so complicated, like it's so different from a normal PC, I just don't know how to open stuff. I'm just fiddling around, because I'm also doing it for the first time, so I have no clue. Okay, this is to be pulled to the back. Okay, so I got that far. How do we open this panel here? Is it pull up? Is this magnetic? I don't know. How do you open this stuff without reading a manual? I think this is just clicked in. Yeah, this is clicked in. Oh, nice. This is like a very strong click. Oh, they did a very good job with this one. Okay, and the last one. And I guess this one is also just... Or is this one hard mounted? No, also clicked in. The clips are so strong, I immediately believe that they are screwed in. So, yeah. Okay, here we are, open case. Now, so this is a very new layout, let's say. First of all, it's a reverse case, as far as I can tell. So if I would put it on a table, which I would also suggest, given that this is a very small case, you would put it to the left of you, so that you have the front glass and the side glass looking towards you. Otherwise, you're looking at the back side, which is like a black mesh panel, and nobody wants that. But also the interior is kind of special. So we got up to ATX support. That's fine, but the motherboard is rotated 90 degrees, so the I/O panel looks towards the top, and so does the GPU. The GPU is basically hanging down here, and here you have a little, let's say, anti-sag bracket, but it's actually more like a GPU holder, so that you don't have too much weight pulling down on it. Then 4 fans, it's also quite interesting. We got 3 of SSUPD's, a seemingly in-house made reverse spinning fans in the bottom here, and that's also max what you can put. There is no 140 support in the bottom, but I can see that below the fan there is hell of a gap to the bottom, where we got another dust filter. Oh look, how cute this little dust filter is. What a cute little dust filter. Anyway, you got quite the gap towards the bottom. Then in the back of the case we got another 3 120mm support, again with a dust filter, which seems to be magnetic in this case, but yeah, another cute little dust filter in the back. And this is also where radiator supports comes in, so you can smash in a 360. Theoretically you can also install a 360 in the bottom, but already there, beware, because at some point these two here will come into contact, so that might be a problem at some point. Other than that, it's just a very special case. Now, it's still, theoretically, a dual chamber design case. So in the back here, we got the power supply location and a ton of space for cables, but we will cover that in the review. And oh yeah, I forgot. Here we got another 120mm fan bracket to have a fan basically blast on the backside of the of the CPU socket. So I always wondered if that has like any real benefit at all, but yeah, you can do that. And of course the back panel also has a hole and mesh for that, so it's not like it's worthless. Other than that, I see we got SATA power for the ARGB controller, where we have the I/O panel sitting in the top here. And oh yeah, almost forgot the most important part. So in the top, where we originally had this plastic shroud here, which is partially removable for additional I/O access, but that's for later. So here we got the whole I/O. Here is where the motherboard will come out. So you got your Ethernet cable, your whatever cable, and then here you got your GPU. So we are going to need to reroute quite a lot here to fully utilize everything. Also, this is where the last 3 120mm fan spots come in. So apparently there are 3. Yeah, and I can see 3. So this here is a 120mm spot, this here is a 120mm spot, and then down here we got another 120mm spot. And yeah, because this is a pre-production unit, I will just assume that in a real unit, like retail unit, this will not come bent. Yeah, let's just ignore that. So, what do we got here? Motherboard screws, SSD, HDD, power supply screws, and another bracket that I have no clue what it does, but I will find out later. And then for some reason SSUPD also sent us a power supply cable, which I am not sure where it should be mounted, given where the power supply will be mounted. Interesting. I have no clue why they added that, but I will find it out for the review, because today is only a discovery build. I don't really know that much about the case yet. I will find it out and then we will group everything together in one understandable video. But for today, let's just see how far we can get. For components for today, I wanted to do something a little bit more special, though I used this quite a lot recently. This is the Z690 Taichi from ASRock, combined with a 4900K and a random deep cool power supply that has the new GPU power pin for the 4080. So we're going to have a giant 4080 hanging down here, which is going to look so cool. But the cooling. For the cooling, we're going to use a Arctic Liquid Freezer 360, the new Arctic Liquid Freezer 3. However, I'm going to rip off the fans and I'm going to replace the fans in the back with the new wireless Lian Uni SL wireless in 120. And then in the front of it, so on the inside of the case, which is also the part that you're going to see the most, I'm going to slap in another set of UniFan SL wireless LCD in 120 reverse spinning. So then they're going to pull through the radiator. Essentially a push-pull config, just that in the front we got a bunch of monitors, which, yeah, I think that's going to look cool. So let's get started, because I think the end result will look really, really cool. Yeah, let's get started. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, develop a retention bracket that requires people to remove half the fucking socket. Great idea, Optic. You know, sometimes when I am finishing like these quick builds just to discover a case before I get to work, sometimes when I finish them, I'm questioning myself why exactly I'm not just keeping the PC. You know, because essentially we got a 4090, we got a 4900K here. This thing is more capable than my working rig. So yeah, I kind of think today is going to be another one of those days where after the review I'm going to take it apart and ask myself, why exactly did I do that? Why not just keep it? Okay, P12 Maxes are off. And yeah, we got the P12 Maxes on there because I just finished the LF3 and Max series benchmarks, coming out soon. So this is the front, so that's where the LCD fans are going to go. Oh yeah, we're going to use proprietary software today. Yay! Oh, that makes me so happy. So many boxes to open and close. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay, so first I need to... I mean, you can say what you want about Lian as a company or the prices that they charge, but their stuff is like rigid. Rigid AF. Now I need to rip out all of these. This is going to take forever. Now, before I install this block here, I can't forget that I need the cables to come out in the top. And I want the AIO to be tubes down. So essentially like this. At least it works, that's already something. So that I can route all the cables to the back. So cables top. I'm looking from this end here. And this is going on this side, I believe. Yes, it is. So I would prefer if the cables go to the other end, but if I remember correctly, yes, you can take this apart, rip the cables out and make them come out on the other end. Which is one of the parts that I kind of missed to even mention in the review, which is kind of sad, but you can push this to the other end so that you can have the cables come out on the other side. Like this. Perfect. And now rinse and repeat. Now closing everything down again. Now imagine that I do all of this, rinse and repeat because I gotta do the other side now. And then I realized that the AIO doesn't fit in push-pull. I would be devastated. I would be so freaking devastated. Oh god. Oh yeah, and the reason why I'm doing push-pull and not only the reverse spinning fans on there is because the other non-LCD ones actually have a tiny edge of RGB strip, which will also be shining out essentially from the side if you look at it from the side. So yeah, that's the reason. And because it's a 4900K and I don't want to cool it down using only reverse spinning fans, that would end in a very, very bad way. Okay, rinse and repeat. This goes here, cable goes here, cables to the right this time, but I need them to be pushed like this. Is that correct? Nope. This is the correct way. Okay. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I need to screw in the screws through the oh no. I need to push them like through the case. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, everything out again. Okay, but I can put this here to the side. And the screws so I don't lose them, and all of these here back into the box because I guarantee you I will lose all of them later. Everything back into the box where it belongs. Okay, at this point I guess it's time to install the motherboard in this kinda reverse type of build. No, PSU, motherboard screws. Oh yeah, by the way, for the review, they are nicely labeled, in case I forgot. So, this needs to go basically upside down. Oh, did they pre-install all of the spacers are in there? This here is in the way. Oh, okay. I can slide it in like this. Okay, at this point I'm installing a motherboard for the camera, which is usually harder than just doing it for myself. But at the same time, I need to do it in reverse, which makes it even more fun. Please don't fall. This is kind of cool. I can always just like let it down like this, screw in whatever screw I'm about to screw in, and lift it back up. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now, I guess let's immediately do the radiator. No, if I now do the red, I will, because it's like a really, really thick red, it will block off all the cables. So just, oh yeah, we are using orange extensions, by the way, like orange-black extensions. Because later on I'm going to make all the colors orange. So let's just put this one in before I completely block all access to it. Oh, and this is not necessarily like an SSUPD error, it's, or, I don't know, misstep. It's more because I'm using like a push-pull, right? That's like so ridiculously thick on a Arctic liquid freezer, so not their fault. But yeah. Okay, I guess let's do the radiator now. So how does this... Oh, and by the way, look how nicely the RAM like align with this here. That looks like really cool. So the radiator is supposed to be mounted onto this here. Oh, this is a removable bracket. Look at this. See? Discovery build. So here I got a screw, a really tight screw. And there I got another screw. Oh, this is like on hooks. Oh, this is cool. And I got two mounting positions. I can push the whole thing higher, which makes it come out in the top partially. But that's like, oh, I got two mounting positions for that whole reel. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And that will be like really, really freaking complicated to explain in the review. But that's cool. Because that means that I can mount this to this. And then I don't need to do the whole thing of screwing it through the... Ah, great. Great, great, great. I don't have any proof. Look at the cutouts. The cutouts are like, you have an edge here, edge here, edge here. How nicely it aligns with the ARGB line of the Lian. I'm not saying somebody is talking with somebody else, but it sure as hell looks like it. Okay, now I need to somehow get all of this back in there. Oh God. I should have never like loosened the top screw. Okay, okay. What the fuck did I do here? Oh my God, look at this. So look at my cooling creation. Look at this block. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, what did I create here? But it does look kind of cool. It does look really, really cool. Okay, so let's just quickly mount the water block. Yeah, that's now a good question. How will I mount it? Yeah, I think we're going to do the usual route, but I'm just going to lay the case flat, otherwise I'm never going to get this one in. Because this is like a really... New Arctic liquid freezers are so tight to slap in somewhere. Oh damn, look at this. And this is the point where I realize that nobody's going to see my extension cables anyway. Like this bracket here hides it completely. So there was no point to use extension here in any way, shape or form. But yeah, I'm going to use it anyway. So, okay, let me just quickly do some cable tidying, because we got a bunch of cables hanging out here and here and here, and yeah, it's a bit much. Oh, the cable is long enough. The USB cable that I need for the fans with the monitor is long enough. How cool is that? Let me just quickly get a splitter or something. Oh no, I have this one. I can use the SATA one. So, okay, it's as... Oh, I forgot this one. So how will I hide this? Yeah, something like that. Okay. At this point, I guess power supply time, so that I can hook up the last few cables, including that absolutely unnecessary extension that I installed here. Though, to be honest, like in SSUPD's defense, it's kind of smart to build the case in a way that extension cables become useless. I mean, sure, they are lovely, they look beautiful, you can have them in every picking cable, but A, you can always see cables. And B, if somebody does not use cable extensions, it's always going to look kind of ugly. And in this case, it's always going to look at least clean. Maybe not as beautiful as like braided RGB extensions may look. But yeah, it's an alternative way of doing stuff. So this here is the Deepcool PX850G modular, fully modular power supply. Obviously it's 850 watts, but most importantly, it's quite short and it's fully modular. And this does look kind of cool. And I guess here we got all the cables that we may or may not need. A power supply tester. Oh, I always build these myself. Great. I have none. I have zero power supply shorters. Every one I own, I built myself, essentially. Okay, here we got the 24 pin, which is not going to be visible anyway. 1, 2. We need one SATA. Is this? Yeah, this is CPU, and we need the additional one for ADX. No. Here it is. 600 watts. Great. You can hate NVIDIA for pushing this, but having one cable again is kind of neat. I need to give them that. And the one SATA that we need. Well, two SATAs that we need. power supply ready. Where are my power supply screws? Again, neatly packaged up. Okay, so the power supply is supposed to go in the bottom here. And great. Okay, cable management part 2. Now this is the one for the GPU that needs to be here at some point anyway. Closed. No, I just somehow need to get rid of that cable. Whew, we are starting to come to an end here. Just starting. Now, the GPU is supposed to go here. Wrong screwdriver. Supposed to go. Hi. They really thought about everything here. You have a little slit for your screwdriver. I've seen cases where nobody thought about that. Oh yeah. And this one needs to go way down. Even lower than that. Even lower than that. Okay, now we got it. Oh yeah. But we are not entirely done because I don't want to use like natural convection alone to push air from the bottom and from here to the top. I want to force some of that air. So because the top fans are not going to be visible anyway in no shape or form, they are basically hidden inside this top panel, I'm just going to use whatever fans I have lying around. Oh my god, is this heavy. What should we use? You know what? Let's go over the top. Let's use the Corsair RS 120 Max. They are like 30mm thick. But they are going to do a great job, I believe. Do we have 30mm here? Now let's just hope that they fit. So they are going to suck air from the inside to the top. And I just need to be a little bit smart about this here. Because otherwise I won't get the display cable in later on, so I just need to think about that. You see? I thought about something for once. So how exactly am I supposed to mount this? Yeah, let's just take this one out. Now the question is if I can still fit the last fan. Oh wow, they left some extra space. Wow! I gotta give it to SSUPD, like they thought about so many little things. And now I can reinstall this bracket and then mount the bottom of the fans. Of a few of them at least. Haha. The cooling solution in this PC is so overkill. So overkill. But the top fan is keeping in strong, that's fine. But I now need to reopen this and route another PWM cable. Oh great, there is a header left. Oh, and with that, everything is connected, mounted, finished. Whew. Oh yeah, the glass panels. I knew I forgot about something. Okay. Chill. It's okay. Calm down. Great. It was the the triple PWM splitter from the liquid freezer. Oh. Or it wasn't. Now before I can show you how anything here lights up, I'm going to need some proprietary software. Oh boy, this is a hell of a cool case. Now, I don't want to get into specifics for the thermals. We are going to talk a bit more about that in the actual review. But for you now, quickly, this setup here, with the 4080, with the 14900K, with the Liquid Freezer 3 in 360, with a push-pull config of Lian Fan SL wireless, and on the other side the SL wireless LCD. Oh my god, so many fans in there, and the 3 exhaust Corsair RS120 Maxes. The CPU was sitting with Thermark's CPU burner at 82 degrees C max, the package temperature, which is an amazing temperature for a 4900K. Mind you, the limiter hidden, so it's like 250 watts permanently, 253 or something. And yeah, we settled at 82, which is still an amazing package temperature. And for the GPU 4K all-in, we had 81 degrees C. Here, keep in mind, basically all of the cases we recently benchmarked, also those where you had 3 fans just blasting into the GPU, we had similar temperature results. So the GPU is not limited here. Now for the design, I mean, this thing looks awesome. And that bend here, the case is really, really cool. And I haven't worked on the review at all. I have no clue yet. I have not written a single word, but this is one hell of an interesting case. And also from a thermal perspective, like the airflow path here is just amazing. And especially because of these 3 exhaust fans in the top there, they are removing the hot air in the case at such a quick pace. Now it's a bit less because nothing is benchmarking anymore, so you don't have the top fan spinning really fast, but once they are spinning fast, like this thing sucks out all of the, like say, volume of air in the case at such a pace. And also from the other side, it's pulling in amazingly. The setup itself is quite good, I have to say. And but the case also does a fantastic job. Like the review is 100% going to be very, very positive. And also like the little things like the ARGB controller that they've built in, where I have multiple buttons for once. A ARGB controller that doesn't have like one button and then guess what it will do? Or even worse, where you have the same button for changing the modes, and you have to press it for a specific amount of seconds to set it into ARGB mode from the motherboard, basically. And not only what if you lose the manual, what if you forget about it, or what if anything happens and you're sitting there, you have no clue how long to press that button, you press it and then it does all sorts of weird things. No, here you have multiple buttons. You know, the symbol tells you what it does. Oh my god, they did a fantastic job. The little things. Like how the cable management in the back is working, which is, for the size of the case, really amazing. Like, I don't want to talk too much here because otherwise I don't need to do a dedicated review, but yeah, you can see where this is heading. But for today, this is my build inside the SSUPD Xhuttle. And one thing, this case, perfect for LCD fans. Like the 3 that I have in here that display the CPU temperature, GPU load, and CPU load, if I remember correctly, you can see them. Like, of course, now I can't see them, but if the case would be like turned around to the left, I could just read it. Who needs hardware info? I can just read it. But yeah, this is going to be it for today, because I need to start working on this. This is going to be another 30 minutes review. It's going to be devastating to cut that later. But yeah, for today, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't swear, so there's that for today. Whew. And hope to see you once the review is out. But in the meantime, have a look at this video, which, yeah, the editor will choose. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.